So UFC 288 is coming up this weekend, and in the main event you've got Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo, and I do want to emphasize the fact that this is a incredibly close fight. This fight truly could go either way. I can make as many arguments for Aljamain Sterling to win as I can for Henry Cejudo to win. This is an incredibly close matchup, but I personally am going to be going with Henry Cejudo. It's a close one because I've been on Sterling for a long time, and then I finally did swap over to Henry Cejudo. And I do think he gets it done. There's so many things going against Henry Cejudo in this matchup though, because he does have a reach advantage, he does have a reach disadvantage, he does have a size disadvantage, and he's got the age disadvantage as well. I don't believe a man over the age of 35 years old has ever won a title between the weight classes of flyweight and lightweight, and Henry Cejudo is looking to reclaim gold at bantamweight, and then after he beats Aljamain Sterling, he wants to fight at featherweight and fight Alexander Volkanovski and truly cement his legacy as the greatest of all time. That is why Henry Cejudo is coming back, because he wants to be in that conversation. He wants people to believe that he is the greatest of all time, and he feels like he's still got something to prove. So that's why he's back, and that's why he's fighting Sterling. But this is such a close fight. As you guys should know by now, Henry Cejudo is a gold medalist in wrestling. That is an incredible achievement, and he transferred over to MMA very well. And he did start off with great wrestling, and he did kind of use wrestling primarily in his MMA, but as his MMA career kind of carried on, his striking all of a sudden got a lot better, and he's really improved on the striking. I actually like Henry Cejudo on the feet against Aljamain Sterling, but I don't think Cejudo should mess around too much on the feet with Sterling, because I do actually think if anyone's going to be going for offensive takedowns, it probably will be Henry Cejudo. I do feel like if Aljamain Sterling shoots for takedowns against Henry Cejudo, I don't think he's going to get them. No one's ever been able to take Henry Cejudo down. He's got a gold medalist in wrestling. You know what I mean? And I feel like Aljamain Sterling, if he's going to win this fight, his best chance, in my opinion, is to win by submission, and I think he actually has a good chance to do that without even getting a takedown, because this man is known as the human backpack. He gets on the back of his opponents, and he can hold onto them for as long as a round. You saw him do it to Petr Yan, and you saw him dominate parts of that second fight with the human backpack. That's what he does. He gets on your back, and he locks in the triangle, and you can't shake him off. He's very good in that position, but I don't believe Henry Cejudo is going to put himself in a position to be in that position. You know what I mean? Henry Cejudo, he's got great wrestling. I think he can avoid having Aljamain Sterling take his back, and if he needs to, Henry Cejudo can go for his own takedowns. I do feel like this fight could actually end pretty early. I do think Henry Cejudo wins a decision, is my pick, but if Henry Cejudo went out there and knocked out Aljamain Sterling in the first 3 rounds, I wouldn't be that surprised, but likewise, I wouldn't be that surprised if Aljamain Sterling went out there and submitted Henry Cejudo in the first 3 rounds, because we're talking about a man that has not fought in about 3 years now, and it was against Dominic Cruz. It was against an older Dominic Cruz, but it still was a good version of Dominic Cruz, a better version of Dominic Cruz that is fighting now. And before that, he did beat Marlon Moraes, but at the time, that was before Marlon Moraes kind of went on his downward slope. Henry Cejudo actually started that losing streak, and then he beat TJ Dillashaw, who come down to 125, knocked him out, and then TJ Dillashaw popped for the PEDs. This is a fight I've got no money on, and this is a fight I don't plan on placing money, because it could go either way, man. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people throw money on Sterling, I'm seeing a lot of people throw money on Cejudo. My personal take on this fight is just to not. I'm just going to enjoy the fight, I'm just going to watch the fight. I'm not even going to bet an over-under or anything like that, because as I said, anything could happen. You know, Sterling submitted Corey Sandhagen in the first round. You know, why could he not do it to Henry Cejudo? That's actually a pretty fair argument, but I do like Cejudo. I don't even mind him on the feet, closing the distance and landing strikes, because Sterling has been hit before, he has been touched up before. He looks pretty good on the feet against Petr Yan, though, you can say that. But I think Henry Cejudo, I think he's going to go for takedowns. I think he's going to mix in the striking with the wrestling, and I think he's going to be able to take Aljamain Sterling down. And that is my prediction. But as I said, it's a 50-50 fight. I know there will be people in this video after the fight happened saying, "You're so dumb, you should have picked Sterling," but all this sort of thing. If you want to say something, say it now, because your opinion after the fight has happened truly doesn't mean anything to me. You've got to comment before the video for me to believe that you actually were on the Sterling side. And yeah, like, there's no point commenting after the fight has happened, trying to trash someone else's pick, because you weren't confident enough to comment before the fight even started. So if you're on the Sterling side, let me know, hopefully in a nice way. But if you're on the Cejudo side as well, let me know as well. I'm interested to hear what you think in the comments. The picks on Tapology are close. I am surprised Cejudo's the favorite on Tapology. I believe Sterling is a very slight favorite on the odds. Let me just triple check that. I am correct. No, I'm not. Cejudo's the slight favorite on the odds. Interesting. Money's coming in on the Cejudo side, I guess. Maybe he closes as a bigger favorite. You guys can't see the odds, but yeah, Henry Cejudo went from -100 earlier on, and now all of a sudden he is about -113. So a little bit of money is coming on Cejudo. It makes sense, but also it kind of doesn't. It's an interesting fight. Money's got to come in either way. I'm very, very looking forward to this fight. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.